Hello YouTube, this is William. I get asked a lot about the gun that I use, well, pretty much in every video when I'm hunting. And I thought maybe that I would go through that today and explain that to you and show you how I use it and a little bit of tips and tricks that maybe will help you and give you some ideas that will work in your area and the way that you like to hunt. So this, what I carried in is just a sock, and it was made by my mother. My mother made it for me, my sweet mother, and it's a canvas material. It's just old green ducking that she sewed into a sock, and it's just folded down several times and tied. I treated it with my waterproofing of 50-50 linseed oil and mineral spirits. So it's pretty much watertight. You could actually probably carry water in it if you wanted to. Okay, so that's what I carry it in. It's just to kind of keep it as dry as possible and keep the dirt and the mud out of it as much as possible. Now, I purchased this gun several years ago. I don't know, probably going on 10 years ago. I'm not sure. It's been a long time ago. I purchased it at a pawn shop for $100. It was in pretty bad shape. I had to strip it completely down, refinish it. I had to re-blue it and get all the rust off of it, and so I completely refinished the gun. And I'm actually going to do it again here in just a few minutes. So the next video in this series will be me refinishing this gun as far as the bluing on it. But anyway, what this gun is a New England Arms 12 gauge 3-inch modified choke. Partner is the model number. Partner is what it's called. And in my opinion, this is the best woods gun ever made. I've got a gun that was handed down to me from my dad. He's 85, and he got it when he was 12 years old, and he gave it to me when I was 12 years old. And it's a Winchester 12 gauge single shot, just like this, with the open breech and all of that. I used that gun for, I don't know, a long time. Now since then I've had pumps, I've had automatics, I've had Benellis, I've had just about any type of gun you can imagine, and I've killed deer with all of them. I got a Mossberg pump. It just, I mean, you can't hardly go wrong with it. But I still would prefer to carry this gun. There's just something about a single barrel, or what we call a single barrel. It's a single shot, break open gun. To me, it's just, it's simple. It very seldom, if ever, will fail on you. Now I do have some opens that break opens that don't have the hammer, so I recommend that you get a hammer with it, whatever gun you choose, that it has a hammer. So I've hunted with single barrels or single shot 12 gauges and shotguns my whole life, and I haven't found anything better. Okay. So, but this one that I favor the most is I've retired the Winchester. It's one of those heirlooms that you can't bring yourself to take it in the woods anymore, to be honest with you. So, but now I use this one, and the reason I like this one, I think this one is the best woods gun, all around woods gun, is because in the stock I have what I do with my Phillips. I have my Phillips right here. There it is. cleaning the table off. Alright. In the stock, I have a kit that allows me to shoot just about any type of ammo that I can find in the woods, or if I want to carry with me. Okay, so let me show you what I carry in the stock, and maybe it'll be self-explanatory. Now, I've always got a multi-tool or a SAK or something that has a Phillips on it. And see, in the stock, I have some tinder. I've got some cotton material wrapped around a ferro rod. So I have a means of fire inside there. And while I've got this out, I want to show you something. Everybody says that the ferro rods are infallible. I disagree. See, moisture is starting to eat that ferro rod up. If you keep one in leather, it will completely disintegrate. So just being in that stock, and the moisture, the humidity, and all this other stuff, you can see, and let me get a little closer to the camera. See how it's starting to deteriorate? And that's not from striking, that's deterioration. Okay? So just be aware of that and keep an eye on your ferro rods, because they're not as invincible as people would have you believe. Alright, so inside here in the plug, I've got some other cotton material that just kind of holds it all in place. And that's char material. That's a lot of things that I can do with that. Now inside the bolt, I've got some more in there. Some more tinder in there. There. I've got another small game load. I've got a double-aught buckshot. I've got you'll see what that goes to here in a minute. And inside, I have the complete stacking set of short lane arms that can convert this gun into a 22. It will shoot 410s. It will also shoot 45s. And it'll also shoot 20 gauge. So out of this gun, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 calibers that I can use out of this one gun. That is why I say it's the perfect woods gun. Okay? And this is just a plunger to punch out the 22 shells once they're shot. And I'll put a link, but it's gunadapters.com. Short Lane Arms is the manufacturer, and I think there's other manufacturers now, but I don't know if they have this stacker set. But that just fits very nicely in this bolt hole, and it's there if I needed an emergency situation. I run out of shells, say it's a disaster, and I'm out foraging and I run across some more shells, then I can use this gun to shoot them in. A little tidbit of advice though. The only gun that you can use these adapters in is a modified choke. You can't use it in full choke because the barrel squeezes down too much. Okay? You have to use a modified choke. Alright, so make sure that if you're planning on using this system, that the gun you get is a modified choke. Now, others have said, well, aren't you afraid that these shells are going to go off in your kit, in your stock? No, I'm not, because they've been carried that away for, well, actually, my dad put some in the old Winchester when I first got it because it kicked like a mule, and he said weighting the stock down would actually help it from kicking so much. And he was right. So I've had carried shells that way all my life and never had any issues with it. So no, I'm not concerned about that. Okay? So that is why I consider this as the ultimate woods gun, all around best, and I mean the best in my opinion, option for just any type of meat gun that you could ever want. I've killed everything from snakes to deer with this gun. I have no doubt it would kill bear, it would kill moose. You put slugs in a moose, he's going to go down. So, you know, elk, there's no doubt that this gun will kill anything that's in North America. Buffalo, yeah, you may have to put 2 or 3 shots in him, but it'll probably bring him down eventually. Buffalo is a very tough animal. Hogs, I mean, I've killed everything that you can imagine with this gun, and it has never failed or never let me down. Another thing that I love about this gun is if I'm hunting and I'm walking and hunting, it is so simple to just change a shell. Say I've got a slug in my gun, and I'm easing through the woods and I'm looking for camp meat, but I don't want to miss a buck if he jumps out. But a little fox squirrel pops up and he's real close. So all I have to do is just hold my barrel with my hand, release the lease, ease the gun down to before it clicks, hold the shell so it doesn't click. Okay? It's completely silent. Ease the shell out. And with practice, I mean, you can do this within seconds. Put in a small game load and you're ready to shoot a squirrel now. With automatics, there's ratcheting and pumps, there's pump actions, all kinds of noise to scare that game. This is silent. You can change out shells with it in seconds. So I just love this gun. It's easy. It's as simple as a gun can get, and it works. What more can I say about it? I just think it's the best woods gun out there. I'm not talking about the brand, although the brand has been a phenomenal brand for me, but I think the design of this model, of this type of gun is perfect. I don't see how they can improve the design at all. Okay, so that's what I use. I use the New England Arms 12 gauge 3-inch modified choke partner model. Okay, so I don't even know if they make them anymore, but I'm sure other manufacturers make something that's similar. So that's my 2 cents on it, and I don't know, somebody's probably going to ask me what the barrel length is. So another question, the barrel length on this one is from tip to breech is 27.5 inches. Another one asked me what kind of sights I use. I just use the brass sight that came on it when it was a new gun. Same sight. That's the only thing I use. Okay? So until the next one, you guys get out in the woods, get in the backyard, whittle on a stick. If you do, take plenty of band-aids and lots of knives. Get you an old single shot 12 gauge. Just perfection in action. That's all I can say about it. Alright? So until the next one, you guys stay safe.